Hi there, welcome to CPC Design. I've been asked to do a quick how-to video for Palettes Pro. I'll show you what it is. It's actually Palettes. Now, first of all, you get a free version, and I think you can store roughly between 3 and 6 colours to give you a tester to try it out. If you get the Pro version, you can store up to 25 colours per palette. That might not seem a lot, but it's a lot when you're using palettes because it can be in between 4 and 10 colours in a palette. Some people more, but anyway, 25 colours for me is more than sufficient. So, how to use it? What is it basically? It's for designers or non-designers. Anybody that uses palettes and wants to store them or make them, create them from various different ways, you can do it in this little app. It's a great little app. I've been using it for quite a substantial amount of time now, and I don't use there's plenty out there, but I love this one. So let's get started. First of all, creating a palette. Right, you'll see the wee arrow at the top here, sorry, the wee cross at the top at palettes. If you press that, you'll see you can create an empty palette. You can import it from an URL, a website. You can do it from a picture or a colour scheme. Right, so we'll start with an empty palette, okay, and we'll name it, and we'll just call it test. Here we go, test 1. Okay, that's the name of the palette. Right, that's you got an empty palette. Now, in order to fill that palette up, what you do is you hold your finger on it and you bring to the left or right. It has to be left or right because that way it'll come out. If you put it up or down, it'll just scroll. So you hold it tap to the right, and that's your empty palette. Now, creating a palette you can do in numerous different ways. From a picture, as I say, from an URL. Now, this palette, it uses different types of palettes. AES is the main one. That's if you go to a website, for instance, and they've got palettes you can download. If they're AES, you can download them straight into this app, and the palette will be there for you. Or you can create your own, whatever. Now, this is how we'll create the first palette. If we go over to the right-hand side here, you'll see colour chooser. At the bottom, you've got like hex, percentage, decimal. You can create them all in that way with the sliders. If you go further down, you'll see slider, colour lists. Now, in the list, it's got preordained colours here. So if you look at that, you've got SGB. That gives you a load of colours there. Now, if you wanted to pick from this colour, all you would do is, say the crimson, you would hold it till it comes up here, and then you just drag it across into your palette. Right, so let's go back to the lists. You've got web safe colours here. Again, you just pick, go up to the top where it says colour, drag it across. Again, you have Java colours and you have Apple colours. Again, same again. Pick it and drag it. And that's you starting to make up your palette. Right, you may want to create a palette from colours, from a colour, from a photograph. There's different ways to do this. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to undo them. Undo, add colour, undo, add colour, undo, add colour. Right. Now, there was someone who said that they loved the Erin Condren colours, and they do like photographic swatches for you. So I've actually downloaded one, and I'll show you what to do here if you want to do them. As I said, you're only allowed 25 colours per palette, so if you wanted to say have 100 colours from Erin Condren swatches, then you would do Erin Condren 1, 2, 3 and 4. That would give you 25 on each, which would give you 100 colours, and I'll show you how we do that. Right, so if we go back to here, over to the colour chooser, and we go to images. Now, if you see the wee camera here, you just hit the camera and go to photo library, because I've downloaded it, and there it's there. So if you look at this, you'll see the wee arrow in the middle. You just place the colour there, right, anywhere on that wee swatch there, see changing colour. So we'll go to the first colour, and then you tap pick, and that creates the colour up the top here. What you do then again is you just drag it into your swatch, into your palette, sorry, and you just keep doing that, pick, until you fill it up. Keep going, and so on, pick, and so on, until you fill that up. Once you've filled it up, you actually basically saved it. If you see over the left hand side here, test 1, that's starting to fill up with colours, and the more you put in, the more will be there. Now, if it's, say it was called Erin Condren, I would say that would be Erin Condren 1, and then I would go through all the colours onto the next palette, just create another empty palette up here, just create empty palette, and that would be Erin Condren 2, or I'll just call it test 2. Test 2, save that, and again you would, for the second one, you would again drag, sometimes it's pernickety, you would drag it over and fill the second one up, and the third one up, and the fourth one up. So that's how we do it from a photograph this side. And the other good reason for this is if you want, well, I'll show you this first. So let's go to the test 2 palette, right? We're on the test 2. What we'll do is we'll do it from picture colours. So you want to do it from a picture, a scheme from a picture, you just say picture colours. Again, you go to there, and we're going to all photos, and we'll pick Finding Nemo that I downloaded from the internet. And when this window comes up, it allows you to footer about with the pictures, you know, size, colour, shades, that type of thing. I usually don't bother, I just say done, because I'm only wanting the colours out of it. And if you see over here, it's now created 25 colour palette from that photograph. If you want to, you can use it in here. There we go, that's all the colours. Now say for instance you wanted to, say I want to pick one colour out of that and make a small scheme from it. Well then you just drag it down to this one at the bottom, put it in the end. Right, and you'll see it starting to make a colour here. You would pick RGB if you're doing it on screen or internet web page, that type of thing. CMYK again for print. So say for instance you say I like that lilac, but I want to do it from basically shading up from another colour. So I'll pick let's pick a totally different colour altogether. Let's go for a red here. I'll pick that and I'll drag that into the other side of it, and as you see that's starting to make colour scheme from red to lilac. So that's you picture. Now you can do it from a roll. I've actually got a rolls saved in here, but that just means that if you go to a web page that's got a colour scheme on it, then you can just import the URL and it'll do a colour scheme from it. Now down the bottom here, colour scheme. Again, that makes up a scheme from a certain colour. So if you put the picture in here, go to green here, palette, just hit that. That gives you a certain amount of colours from that scheme, and that does it from that green colour. That's all the colours that goes with it. Now if you wanted to save that, you would just put your name in there, call that test 4, and save. And you see it's in here, so if I drag that across now, you'll see that's the colour scheme you've just made up from there. Now, this is not an exhaustive video, it's just basically a quick get to know to show you how it's done. Now what's important is, the reason I like to use this is because if you click up here, nope, it's not that one, sorry, it's down the bottom here. That's just sorting the colours. This is the one. Now you can export the palette in order to share it. You can import palettes straight in. That's basically what I said about the AES files. Backup palettes. Now, if you've got loads of palettes in here, you just back up. You pick a drive or whatever it is you want to go, and what it will do is it will take all your palettes, it will put them into a zip file, and that's you got a copy, just in case you delete the app or you delete the palettes you've always got a copy. Excuse me, I've got a bad throat. And then you can restore it again. So again, all you would do is cancel that, delete draft, restore palettes as in one or as in many. So that's many. So you would just go to wherever you've got it. In fact, I'll show you. If I go to here, because I've got loads of palettes, I'll just browse. It'll take me to my iCloud. I'll go down to my files, somewhere around here. Go past it. My files. And then I'll go to my zip files. I've passed it. My zip files. And then you see here, palettes backup. I'll just click that. And actually, you want to restore it and overwrite everything else, and I'll say yes, restore it. And as you see, all my palettes have now been restored. And if you look down at the bottom, you can see the Erin Condren one. That's from a photo. This is ones I did individually. I could just take them from here, and you get 2 palettes here that you can use. There you go, that's all the colours from Erin Condren. So basically, that's a quick get to know how to do it. It's a great wee program, and the more you use it, the more you want to use it. As I say, any photograph, it'll give you a scheme. And another thing down here is if you go to where our sliders, and you pick, say, hex, it gives you all the colours up here, percent, decimal, and you can create colours from sliders. If you go up to the top and you say, right, I want that colour, you just drag it down. I want to do a scheme from that, I'll do a scheme from it. Do you want to do it in RGB, HSL or CMYK? Do you want to do a few colours, one more colour, or loads of colours? And in here, if you, again, take that down, put it into the yellow one, I'll do a full scheme for you on that colour. Let's do a lime green. And that gives you colours that can all go with it. Another handy one is, before we go, is if you look up the top here and where it says colour, on the colour chooser, if you want to save a big swatch into your photographs with the details, that's another thing. You come over here, you select the colour. We'll do this first. Select the colour and you press the wee eye. It gives you all the details of that colour and every type you can get. If you want to get the hex, you would press the web and you'll see the hex number there. That's handy. But if you want to actually save the swatches so that you can mask things out, so that you can just pick them from your photo library, up the top where it says colour on the colour chooser, where it's lime green, you just hold it for a few seconds, and there you go. You just screenshot that and it will save it straight to your camera roll. So I think that's about as much as I can do just now. I hope that helps. So if you like it, click like and subscribe. So thanks. Bye for now.